I'm sorry to say the United States government has officially stopped issuing passports with the gender marker X, and here's what you need to know. This move by
No one gives a fuck. No one cares, honestly.
the State Department is a direct result of Trump's transphobic executive order. This executive order aims to restrict trans rights by declaring that the United States government only recognizes two sexes, being male and female, and that these sexes are not changeable. So what happens to the people who've already submitted their application for their passport gender marker to be changed to an X? Unfortunately, any processing of these applications has been suspended, which means they're not going to go through. So, unfortunately, if your passport doesn't already have an X on it right now, you will not be able to change it even if you have filed. That process has been halted. So, what happens to previously issued X markers on passports? Well, we don't know. We don't know how this is going to affect passport renewals. The State Department has said that further guidance regarding the existing X's on passports will be issued forthcoming. So that's what we got. Not only is this executive order clearly transphobic, but it's also biologically inaccurate. It erases and assumes that intersex people just don't exist, especially when they are trying to change language from gender to sex, because it is based on an individual's immutable biological classification, which just assumes.
Do y'all see how he just tried to switch that like last minute? Welcome to the DeMarkco effect. We get the full effect of me. Since Donald Trump has passed his executive order, I've been seeing a lot of people lately saying, "Well, what's going to happen with my passport because they're not accepting it no more because they have an X on them because they've only deemed it to be two genders, which it only two genders, right? What's with people in this X gender shit? Like, cause how can he go from that to now to this?"
It erases and assumes that intersex people just don't exist, especially when they are trying to change language from gender to sex, because it is based on an individual's immutable biological classification.
Okay, with that being said, it's reversed on their immutable blah 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 classification, right? With that being said, if that's the case, right, how can you then say I'm a female when I'm a male? Somebody please give me the answer. If that's the case, if gender is different than sex, and gender is what he just said it was, because I'm not going to go back, how can he then say what he's saying? How can he then say Donald Trump is transphobic and it was a transphobic executive order? When trans is, we already determined that that's a thing, not a thing, my boy. So big dog, you want to be a female or male? I'm sorry, you can't do it no more. At first you could. At first you could. With the last president you could, but nah, that shit ain't flying no more, big dog. Stop playing, homie. Come on, man. Stop playing, brother. Keep on talking though.
Which just assumes that intersex people don't exist now? What do you mean intersex people
They don't exist.
don't exist? If your driver's license has the gender marker X on it, this does not impact you, to be clear. It seems right now the concern is less about existing documents that have been already forcibly changed back, and more about our ability to change documents in the future, like gender marker on our passports. Right now, to my knowledge, we're not sure what's happening with social security cards or birth certificates, but it seems like if all other government agencies, which are being ordered to follow suit with this, are going to make policies that align with Trump's executive order, that those documents will also be impacted by this executive order. I don't want to cause panic. You can probably tell that I'm really trying to be very intentional with my words and not cause any kind of like panic or concern that doesn't exist yet, or might not. And so I don't know what's going to happen when it comes to those other documents. I don't know what's going to happen when it comes to documents that have already been amended. I'm not sure what kind of potential there is for forced changes, and how that would be done, and the mechanism of enforcement and the consequences if there isn't. Like, there's so much that we don't know. So this is what we do know right now. And again, if you're a person whose driver's license has an X on it, you are not affected. This doesn't have anything to do with driver's licenses. This is federal and that's state level. The ACLU has their eyes on this, and they will be providing more updates as we know more information. But as of right now, this really is all.
Okay, and then all I have to say is the fact that people went as the fact that people were even allowed to go ahead and say, yeah, you know, they were asking, yo, what gender are you? The fact that people were allowed to even go back and on their social security cards or whatnot, their IDs put a different gender than that there actually was, what, you know, that they're actually born with and that they actually are, is already insane to me enough. We already, look, y'all ain't got no more bathrooms. You can't fight no more. You can't fight in women's sports, my homie, big dog. You can't fight in women's sports. You can't beat them up and be unfair because you can't beat up other men. Okay, we already got that out the way. So look, you are back to being a man. You're back to going to your regular bathrooms. You back to playing your regular sports. Do you what? Okay. What else do you need us to do now? You're also, look, the ones that identified as female that was in jail with women, you're now going back to jail with other men. So what else do we need to do for y'all to understand that you are a mentally ill person? Because it was identified as mentally ill, gender dysphoria. That's what it was called at first. What do we have to do to let y'all understand that you are not what you think you are, brother? You're not a cat. You're not a dog. You're a man. Okay? Look, if you're a woman, you're a woman. You're born a woman, you're a woman. Okay? We don't want stop trying to play with words and word salad, people. It doesn't work. Leave a like for the algorithm. I do appreciate y'all. If you are subscribed, I did turn my audio up so it sounds a lot better in my videos too. I've been having problems with my audio because I kind of been playing around and messing with it. Moved into a new apartment, tried to fix all of this up, and obviously I did something wrong to make my video audio be really low. But I'm happy it's back now, and y'all let me know if it sounds a lot better. But if you are subscribed, make sure you press the notification bell. If you're not subscribed, watch a couple of the other videos. If you find yourself liking the content, come back and subscribe. It don't have to be right now. I don't want you to force yourself to do something now. Okay? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Have a good evening, good day, good night, wherever y'all at.